Hey everyone, this is Big Benedict. We're playing The Last of Us on Survivor difficulty mode. We're on the sewers. It's part of the suburbs chapter. And I believe this is going to be the, let me see, 15th I think chapter. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry about that. But whatever chapter it is, it will be in the video title. So this is just a gorgeous level. It really is outside here. It's a linear environment though, so you can't go all around the beach. You can go in the water a little bit, but mainly it's directing us to the ship. And there's not too much to grab up here. I mean, there's a pendant below, and I think a collectible in here, a comic book. That's it, and a bandage. I mean, that's it. Wow. Okay. There are two tough fights on this stage, so you definitely want to conserve your ammo and go into one of the optional rooms that I'll be showing you how to get to. I do pass up a bottle of alcohol at one point, and I'll show you where it is just to let you guys know. But the sewers is pretty tough. There's, like I said, two difficult fights, and they both require you to do the gunfights. The second one at the very end, you could do most of it and then flee from it, but you do have to do the majority of it.
Hey, I bet this goes all the way through.
So for the first battle, we're going to be facing, well, it's not going to be the first battle, but the first of the two hard sections is going to have clickers and stalkers. And the stalkers are less dangerous than the clickers, obviously, because anything that could grab you and kill you in one hit is the most dangerous thing from the enemy assortment that we're given here in this game. So once you get on into this tunnel, turn your flashlight on, and there's going to be one hidden area coming up, which I just discovered actually over here. You see where that waterfall is right over there? A little miniature, see the water spilling? So you want to crawl over here. And I think there's another pendant over here, and something good at least, some scissors or something. There's the pendant, and there's, some scrap metal. But you want to do your absolute best on this chapter and not waste too many items, and craft a lot of items too, but don't overdo it with those items, because in the next chapter we have a sniper to deal with, and he's very tough. Just based on the fact that he can kill you in one hit normally. A point blank shot will kill you if he clips you on the side of your body. I was discovering that I didn't get killed. So you noticed a second ago that the road split here, and Henry and his brother are going one way. We're going this way, but we are going to regroup after we get this hatch opened, and then Ellie opens the gate from the other side. Yeah, I didn't struggle too much on the sniper rifle, the sniper section. The only thing about that is that you should have at least like a nail bomb or something, like maybe a Molotov cocktail. If you don't have any of those, it's okay as long as you have enough ammo to go around. What I was actually experimenting with doing was, because I knew the enemies were flanking me in that sniper section, so I was placing a nail bomb, because a nail bomb is basically just a timed, or not a timed mine, it's a proximity mine that you could pick up if no one lands on it. It's like the mines in Dead Space or GoldenEye, those types of mines. So I like the fact that if no one lands on them, you can pick them back up again and they don't kill you. They're not deadly enough. I mean, they're deadly to the enemies, but not to you. So it's very nice. So in a moment over here, we're going to have to do a minor puzzle. And there's a room over here that has two clickers in it. And they're both just kind of hibernating in the room. Standing and hibernating. It's a completely optional room. So if you don't want to go in there, you don't have to. But what I like to do is take out the first clicker, because he's harder to get around. But if you want to weigh the pros and cons of it, just check out the contents of the room itself. I know there's 2 items. I think it's like a bottle of pills and some scrap metal. If you don't want those things, then I wouldn't. If you don't want to waste anything, you wouldn't. You really don't even have to waste anything if you sneak past the clickers. But I had the damnedest time sneaking past the first one, and the second one is no issue. There's no problem. But you do have to bear in mind that those things will come alive and aggro the instant you move the left analog stick too far. So what I did here was I crafted a melee upgrade so that I can do some serious damage to the stalkers and or the clickers without having to waste too much ammo. Because if you'll notice, my melee tool has 2 instant kills on it. You could tell by the solid lines under the little dotted lines where the melee tool is. It just faded right there. Push the raft over the rail here and you get a checkpoint. So you could pretty much, if you wanted to keep reloading this or keep dying repeatedly until you kill this guy and then he gives you your arrow back, you could do that. But I kind of tired of that. I didn't really care too much. So there's that one guy. See the other clicker up there? He's no problem. And this is just like I guess it would kind of be a shiv room with monsters and just a room that doesn't actually require a shiv. So it's just one of those optional rooms. I thought it was really fun. So 25 scrap metal pieces and some pills. I think it was pills, or maybe that was a healing item. Not sure, but you definitely have to creep along on tenterhooks over here. And I don't really know when you need to stop and when you could press the left analog stick all the way up. I assume I like to, right about there where that oil patch stopped, then tried to jump over right there, it didn't let me, so don't worry, the clicker, you don't have to deal with him. But the only reason I shot that first clicker in the head with an arrow is because I just couldn't get around him, and the times that I could get around him were very few and far between. And then what I was also having a problem with was bypassing that first clicker, grabbing the items, and then having to bypass him again. So, if I could just get the first guy out of the way, then the second guy is not even an issue. It's just the hardest part is just grazing that analog stick so you don't move it all the way. I think there should be like an upgrade or some kind of a perk where you could push the left analog stick up all the way and it would be the same as grazing it, because it's pretty damn hard to do that. Just some extra perk like that would enable you to do that really stealthy walking crawl, but so you wouldn't have to actually press it so slightly. I don't know. That's just me. But anyway, stay right here. And Henry, or I think that's his name, Henry, the brother's going to pull us up. And in an interesting twist, we're gonna swap parties. We're gonna have the kid, the black kid, and then Ellie's gonna be with the older brother. So here's where one of the traps is. Here's the first fight of the level, and this fight's coming up. It's pretty tough because just how they start you out, and the enemies are so close to you. It'll be coming up pretty soon.
Don't look like that's the case anymore.
Definitely grab this item. This is the brand new item for us. It's a shorty, and it has a lot of range as far as the width of it, and you could actually increase the spray damage of it by upgrading it. So when I got to the next level, I had like 400 scrap metal pieces, and I just haven't been upgrading much of my weapons. I'm actually going to save it. Definitely grab that right there. Bombs upgraded. Explosion radius is now 1.5 times larger. So that applies to the nail bombs. So don't have missed that. That you don't want to miss things like that in this game. I really enjoyed this level. I enjoy the next level, the sniper section. It's tough though. But here's the first fight down here. You're going to notice a little edit because I died a couple times. I didn't want to waste too many items, so I start out with getting an arrow into that guy's chest, and actually, see, I got my arrow back. That's nice. And then we're going to have some more guys. They're all going to come straight ahead. So the only guy that rushed out of that room, I believe the only guy that comes out of there is that first guy. So, you know, if you're not doing too well, just allow yourself to get killed or reload the previous event here. Ellie got in my way right there. You see, a fight like this it's kind of hard for me. See, okay, what the fuck was that? Like, it had the headshot markings. That was clearly a headshot. I've been getting that so much in this game. It's like, what do I have to do? Get 2 headshots to kill these motherfuckers? Man. Anyway. Some items in here, it looks like. Hopefully something. But this was like an underground place for people to live, and they actually have kind of like a classroom in one part. It's really interesting. And I actually redid this section, you guys, because what happened was I got to the sniper rifle, the sniper section, and I just didn't have too many bullets, because you're not shooting at the sniper. He's unhittable. Oh yeah, here I was upgrading the weapon sway. Just to let you know. But I needed more bullets than I had, so I had to restart this level. And sometimes I just enjoy doing that, because once you clear a level, you go through it and you're not that good, and then you do it again and then you just own it up. It's just crazy how good you can get at a game. And I'm not the best by far, but I'm getting better. I'm as good as I need to be for myself, and that's all that matters. I don't publish these videos for bragging rights. I'm not infantile like that. So here's some scrap metal pieces, 10 of them. I'm gonna hop on down, go to the next area. Where are we going? Okay, this is where we get split up. Oh yeah, the bottle of alcohol. Take a right over there. I missed it. Sorry about that, you guys, but at least I'm telling you now. So in this room, we're going to have 2 clickers and then probably 10 stalkers, somewhere around that. And the stalkers, I believe I've said this in several other videos, but I mean, when they've appeared, they're very skittish enemies, and they pretty much come aggroed, so they're already ready to tear your throat out. But the thing is, they don't really come to you unless you go near to them. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is grab the items to the right. There's some scrap metal and some alcohol, I believe, but I like to toss 1 Molotov directly in the center of the room and try to get the clickers burnt up. So here are the items right here. Some of the other problems I usually have include getting interrupted, having the stalkers charging at me, and then getting caught in a reload. That's always a bad situation. Okay, so hopefully this other clicker gets burned up. There it goes. I didn't need to waste that bullet because I could have backed off a little bit, and then they become unhittable. So those 2 clickers are gone. Now it's just a bunch of stalkers. So I'm going to equip my shorty that we just picked up, and I'm going to just kind of go up and down, just try to instigate them. And once they, I guess you'd call it like locking onto you, because once they lock onto you, they'll discharge you. So try to aim for the face. Aiming for the face is really good because it will most likely kill them in 1 hit. Otherwise, it's 2 shots, and we only have 2 rounds in this particular gun at any one time. So you have to really always reload. So I just like to keep going up, backing off, try to trigger them. They're not too difficult by themselves, but you can get into a really bad groove when they are all ganging up on you. So there's another nice headshot. need to reload, and there's plenty of time to reload. I wouldn't go in and mix and match with these fuckers. Not when we have such a slow gun to use. I mean, you could use other guns. The shotgun would be really good too. So these look like the male versions here. I'm getting a lot of headshots, which is nice. I still have my melee tool, so if things get hectic, I could do that, get my instant kill. Notice one of the solid lines is gone. Now both of them are gone, so it's really nice to get it to be able to get one of those instant kills. Is just, it feels so good. I mean, it's such relief. It washes over me at least, because I know it's like getting an instant headshot. It's really good, but this is bad here. So you need to continually tap the square button, get these fuckers off you. What's the kid doing, hiding down in the cage? Damn kids. Damn kids these days, huh? You really have to get in the rhythm of hitting these guys too. The best way I know how to do it is, if they're too close to me, I pretty much know that the game's going to prioritize their hit over mine. So what I do is I sprint backwards. Oh, this, by the way, is fast forwarded because I was looking in every little nook and cranny because I was very cautious and about getting everything. But like I said, sprint away and then sprint forward. One thing I really love about this game is that there's no stamina meter like in one game I was playing recently is called Alan Wake, and he has a stamina meter, and I'm just really glad that that's not in a game like this, because it would just make things so much more difficult. It's just realism that we don't need in games, I don't think. So just grab everything, grab and go. That was the theme of my guide, my Ninja Gaiden 2 guide. Grab and go. Don't forget those tools. Those level 3 tools are going to come in very handy, because there's an upgrade bench in the next level. So I also don't know why I was calling it grab and go. It just was kind of like a gag that I just kept saying. So anyway, so that's the really hard battle. But I think the last battle is even harder, because there's a lot more clickers, and whenever there's more clickers, there's just, I don't know what to say. The stalkers are not a problem, not by themselves anyway. But but if I can convey nothing else, just let me convey this: you have to conserve your ammo. Just don't overuse things.
Oh, thank God. We gotta keep running.
I mean, it's tempting to try to rush through a game like this, but the best thing you can do, because there's frequent checkpoints. I mean, there's checkpoints all over the place. So if you can just learn how best to take care of the situation, find a good spot. A lot of the times, finding a good spot is like the key to winning all these battles. And sometimes there really is no good spot, and then that's where the real challenges start. I'm thinking of one chapter in particular when we take the helm as Ellie and we fight alongside David. And don't forget to grab that. This will come in really handy to take care of these guys coming up. Here's the last fight, though. It's right up ahead, and they give you a Molotov cocktail, so that's nice at least. And I can't remember how many I have. I think I have another one, so let's see how many I have. I have 2. Okay, so I'm going to make... What do I make here? Another healing kit? Yeah, I made another healing kit. And in the beginning of this video, I mentioned that the second fight, this one here, is one that you have to fight, but you don't have to fight at all. So I think when everyone is... or when the kids have got the door open, you'll get the L3 prompt, and then that means you can go over to the door. So what I like to do here is I'm just going to use 2 cocktails and use my melee tool. So this is just going to be an inferno in here, and it's going to have to be a necessary type of a situation here, because I need to burn up all these clickers as fast as I can. and I don't want to waste. What I'm doing here is I'm trying not to waste ammo, and the way I'm trying to do that is to use things other than ammo, like like this crowbar or Molotov cocktails, because you really don't need nail bombs or the cocktails when you're dealing with the sniper. You just need ammo, pretty much. So if you get caught in a situation like this, just mash the square button and then just get the hell out of the way. So, see, L3. Be careful though. Make sure you kind of funnel the enemies to one side, and then we can leave. And I'll see you guys in the suburbs.
Go, go. Fresh air. Look at this.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Thanks for the warning on the other side, guys.
So where's this tower?
We're close. Come on, let's go.